Dead Code Diaries.
Nathan Mercer wasn't a brave man. At 35, he had a stable job in IT, a modest condo in Tampa, and no taste for adventure. The furthest he'd gone from home was a cruise trip with his girlfriend, Amanda, a birthday gift she insisted on. He hated the ocean. He hated crowds. But most of all, Nathan hated snakes. It wasn't just a fear. It was a phobia rooted deep in his childhood. At 8 years old, he had wandered into his grandfather's shed in Georgia and found a rattlesnake coiled around a pile of firewood. It struck him once, just a graze, but the pain, the hissing, and the cold, inhuman eyes never left his memory. So when Amanda surprised him with a 10-day Caribbean cruise aboard the Albatross Dream, Nathan forced a smile and swallowed his anxiety. He didn't want to seem weak. For the first few days, it went smoothly. Sunsets painted the horizon. Champagne bubbled. They danced under string lights and slept to the sound of waves. Then came the storm. It wasn't on the radar. The crew didn't see it coming. One moment they were sipping drinks on the top deck. The next, screaming passengers, crashing waves, power loss. The ship pitched sideways like a toy boat in a child's bathtub. Alarms wailed. Amanda clutched his arm, sobbing. They ran for the lifeboats, but were separated by the crowd and chaos. Nathan never saw her again. When he woke, coughing up seawater, he was face down on a pale, rocky shore. The sky was bruised gray. His head throbbed. Seaweed clung to his shirt. He was alone, or so he thought. The island stretched in all directions with jagged rocks, dense underbrush, and forested hills. He didn't dare pass. He turned and backed away, finding another path. But 20 minutes later, another snake blocked his trail, and another, and another. By the second day, Nathan knew something was horribly wrong. The island wasn't just inhabited by snakes. It was covered in them. Tree branches writhed with green coils. Rocks shimmered with copperheads. The grass rustled constantly, alive with hissing movement. The ground itself felt like it slithered beneath him. He tried to climb a tree to sleep, only to find it infested with vipers. He ran screaming, cutting his hands on branches. That night, he made a small fire. It flickered weakly. Dozens of gleaming eyes stared from the dark. He didn't sleep. On the third day, he found signs. He wasn't the only survivor. Footprints, a fire pit, an old rucksack. Then, a voice. "Hey, over here!" A man appeared from the brush. Lean, sunburned, ragged beard. His name was Marcus Lane, a chef from the ship. With him were two more, Elena, a biologist, and Jared, a retired police officer. They had found each other days earlier. Like Nathan, they were survivors. And like Nathan, they were terrified.
"We need to get off this island,"
Elena whispered.
"The snakes, they're not right." I've studied reptiles for 15 years. These things, they watch you. They follow you. And I haven't seen a single bird, a squirrel, even an insect in days.
The snakes ate them.
Jared grunted.
All of them.
They set up camp in a high, rocky outcrop, surrounded by smoke torches to ward off the reptiles. It gave them one night of uneasy rest. The next morning, Marcus was gone. They found a trail of blood leading down the rocks into the jungle. His screams had echoed through the trees just before dawn.
Something's hunting us.
Jared said, white-faced.
Not just snakes, something else.
They heard it that night, a deep, dragging sound, like a body moving, or a massive snake pulling something heavy. Elena swore she saw eyes in the trees, too high to be a snake, yellow, unblinking, desperate for answers. The three descended deeper into the jungle, toward a strange rock formation Elena spotted earlier. Black, monolithic stones arranged in a perfect circle. As they approached, they found symbols carved into them. Spirals, forked tongues, serpents coiled around human skulls. In the center of the stone circle was a pit, and from the pit came chanting. They peered inside and saw something impossible. Humans, or what looked like them, pale and blind, their bodies tattooed with snakeskin patterns. They hissed as they prayed, arms outstretched to a massive, coiled shape at the bottom. It was a snake, but not a normal one. 30 feet long, milky white. Its head was vaguely humanoid, with sunken sockets and a stretched mouth. It was molting, but the skin it shed looked human. The chanting stopped. The heads turned. They had been seen. One. Jared didn't make it. He tripped over a root, and the pale people were on him in seconds, whispering and hissing, coiling their bodies around his limbs as the great snake opened its mouth. Nathan and Elena ran for hours until they collapsed from exhaustion. That night, Elena confessed the truth.
This island isn't on any map. It's not just a place. It's a temple, a living altar.
She believed the snake, the creature, was some ancient deity once worshipped by a vanished civilization. The survivors, the white-skinned ones, were its monks or its children.
It needs to feed.
She said, weeping.
That's why the shipwrecks happen. It calls them. It wants us here.
Nathan realized something then. The ship's path had changed just before the storm. The captain said it was a navigational error. But what if it wasn't? What if they were led here? Elena was taken the next night, dragged from her makeshift shelter, while Nathan could do nothing but watch, paralyzed, as snakes poured into the camp like water. Her screams echoed into silence. Alone now, Nathan fled to the beach, desperate, broken. But he saw something in the sand, washed up debris, a flare gun. With trembling hands, he fired it. A day passed, then two, then a helicopter. A rescue team, alerted by a passing freighter that spotted the flare. They lifted Nathan into the sky. He looked down one last time. The island was silent, peaceful. No snakes, no ruins, just green jungle and white beaches. But as the helicopter rose, Nathan saw it. The jungle canopy moved, shifted, like something massive was crawling just beneath the trees. Nathan was taken back to civilization. Doctors said he had suffered a breakdown, that there was no evidence of any island in that part of the ocean. No other survivors found. No records of the ship called Albatross Dream. He was dismissed as a trauma victim, delusional. But in his hospital room, as he looked out the window at the trees below, he saw something coiled around a branch. A snake. It looked up and winked. Then it smiled.